Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Marinelli Podcast. It's almost been 3 months now since the sporting world has virtually been in shutdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. As of late, most professional sporting leagues in the United States and Canada have been talking about plans to start playing again. So today I was hoping just to briefly talk about all of those plans to play. So the National Basketball Association, its target date to return is July 31st. Obviously, there's going to have to be a lot of testing before the players are able to play because safety is the number one priority. They're going to have to figure out a couple of hub cities to keep teams at because players can't be traveling everywhere. And I don't know if there's going to be a training camp before July 31st. Or if on July 31st they're just going to have a training camp, a couple exhibition games, then they're going to start the playoffs. And for the playoffs, I heard there was two potential formats for the playoffs. According to The Ringer, there was like a 20-team World Cup style, which I actually really like. So there's 4 groups of 5 teams, and each team plays their group opponents twice for a total of 8 games, and the 2 winners of each group move on to a semi-final, like an 8-team tournament bracket. And then there was another tournament style, according to the score. It was just a 16-team playoff with no conference seeding. Next, the NHL training camps are not going to start before July 10th, according to Pierre LeBrun. And they are probably going to last around 2 weeks. So the NHL is looking to return back to games late July, and they have a plan in place for their 24-team playoffs. Keep in mind, though, Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, says safety is the number one priority, as is with all leagues. So there will be a lot of testing before the training camps start and during the training camp, so before the games, just to make sure that it is safe to return and play the 24-team playoffs in the various hub cities that the NHL has yet to decide. Also, La Liga and Serie A are set to return on June 12th and 20th respectively, which is great news for the soccer world. Obviously, the UEFA Euros are still postponed this year and won't return until 2021, which is very disappointing, but it is what it is. In other news, there are 20 new bidders in place to buy the rights to the XFL. The letter of intent to place a bid is due June 12th. The formal bids will start July 6th, and the bid for the league is going to happen on August 3rd. Vince McMahon, the original owner, is not participating in the bid, so he is out of the league. For the past couple months, we've heard that there might not be a CFL season, that this season would be canceled. But now there's a plan in place that says that the league may return for a shortened but meaningful season starting in September 2020, and that means the Grey Cup would happen in December 2020. The team with the best record in the regular season would host the Grey Cup game. That means Saskatchewan will get deferred to host the 2022 Grey Cup, and Hamilton will still be able to host the 2021 Grey Cup as planned. Barring a vaccine, the CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrosie says it's unsafe to play CFL games this summer, so June to August, and he's right, because you can't have players traveling all over the place, right? It's just too hard. Also, the NFL is actually one of the unaffected leagues. Sure, their draft was moved online and some OTAs will get pushed back, but their regular season will look to start on time on September 10th. However, they will have no fans in the stands. With no fans in the stands next year, teams could lose over $100 million in revenue each. When you multiply that by 32, because there's 32 teams in the league, that means the league will lose about $3.2 billion of revenue, according to Adam Schefter. This means the salary cap for each team will shrink between 40 and 60 million dollars for each team next year. That will negatively affect quarterbacks like Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes, who are trying to become the highest paid quarterbacks in recent history. Finally, in Major League Baseball, there's a soft deadline targeting July 4th as the opening day. Florida, Arizona, and New York City, so Yankee Stadium and Citi Field, are the hub cities after New York's governor said it was okay to practice there. The MLB and the MLBPA did not exchange any further economic proposals regarding salary cuts and all that stuff, making a July 4th return very unlikely. Time is running out. They've already lost. If they do return on July 4th, they've already lost half their season. But so they'll only get half a season at most. But even returning July 4th seems unlikely. Anyways, thank you so much for watching another episode of the Marinelli Podcast. I know this one was a shorter episode, but with no sports going on right now, there's really not that much to talk about. So the best thing we can do is hope for a vaccine, hope that the COVID-19 pandemic kind of settles down, and once everybody is happy and healthy, sports will come back, and then there'll be a lot to talk about. But until then, we just kind of have to just wait patiently. Anyways, thank you so much for watching another episode of the Marinelli Podcast. I appreciate your support. See you next time. Bye.